Okay, so story time. Last year there was this guy that I really, really liked, right? Well, now that I'm looking back on it, he probably liked me too. Because I had this other friend who in fourth grade had confessed to me. And keep in mind that last year was fifth grade. I didn't tell you that before. Never mind. Just ignore me. Also, keep in mind that, well, actually, I didn't tell you this earlier either. So, last year I was in fifth grade. Well, the year before, in fourth grade, one of my other friends had confessed to me. I told him that, and he didn't say it, but I could see it on his face that his mood shifted from oh to visibly upset. um and so after that, I added on the fact that I did not accept said confession, and he calmed down a little bit. And during the fifth grade, he continued to tell me that I should stop hanging out with the kid who confessed to me, but I said, yeah, I know, but he's my friend, and I still enjoy hanging out with him. He's just kind of annoying, right? Well, uh, well, this happened. The fights between them. Well, not fights, but they were physical fights, but they weren't like they weren't that bad. Started in fourth grade. uh, the kid who confessed to me was lost, even though he was taller and visibly looked stronger. I have a feeling that he was, since I'm really close to that kid who confessed to me, even after the guy I liked moved away, I have a feeling that he was losing on purpose so that the guy I liked didn't get hurt because he didn't want him to. The guy who confessed to me doesn't like me anymore. At least I'm pretty sure, because he's just got separation issues. I'm just a really close friend of his. He doesn't act like he likes me. He acts like I'm his mom, and he's a toddler. But yeah, so the I have a feeling the guy who confessed to me was losing on purpose, even though he seemed to be genuinely hurt after the fights. I have a feeling he was losing on purpose because he always ended up losing. He didn't even try, honestly. It didn't look like he was trying. Not that I would intently watch, but I was glancing. He ended up losing all the time, like every time. And now that I think about it, honestly, I think the guy who I liked, I think he was just protecting me. I think he liked me back. I think he was jealous. Because I was still hanging out with a kid who actually confessed that he liked me still. And he was jealous and he thought, well, if this is what I think he was thinking. He didn't tell me this, obviously. He was very secretive about what he was feeling. He wasn't secretive about what was going on in his life, but he was secretive about how he felt about stuff. Unless it was involving Elliot, but Elliot's oh god, I just accidentally told you the guy's name. Jesus Christ. Well, might as well come out and say that the guy who I liked, his name was Hayden. Anyways, yeah, unless it involved Elliot, Hayden was very secretive about how he felt about stuff. Honestly, I think he was jealous of Elliot that I was still hanging out with him, even though that Elliot told me he liked me. Keep in mind this was in 4th grade. Well, I think it was actually in 3rd grade, but whatever. What was it again? Yeah, so I think he was jealous of Elliot. I think he was trying to protect me from him. And he knew he was going to move, and I think he was scared. I think he was scared that if he got close to me, it would hurt both of us. Because I would talk to him on the bus every day. We sat together all the time. Like, in the same seat on the bus, because it's 2-seaters, of, like, 2 people per seat. We sat together on the bus all the time. Like, almost every day. Unless he was annoyed with me, then he would sit with Arya. Freaking... She was kind of annoying. Not that annoying, though. At first I thought that she liked him, but cleared things up with her today. She did not. She wasn't trying to do anything. She just wanted to be friends with my friend group. Didn't work, though. Peyton still despises her. Kind of, at least. Maybe. I don't know. Ah, shoot. I just told you 2 more people's real names. I don't care. I've already told you guys my other crushes' names. So actually, I've got a lot of crushes, a lot of people that I have liked, but I still consider them my crushes because I'd still be okay with dating them. Well, actually, some people I wouldn't, but for example, Aiden. I don't remember his last name. It was probably something weird, though. I have a tendency to like people with weird last names. Like this one girl, Yes, girl, I'm bi. This one girl, last name was Hornibrook, spelled Horni Brook, Brook. It's same word, but I like to, like, when it's like when I'm clarifying how I spell things, I like to just put like the last few like letters as a pronunciation. It's weird. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, so that got off topic really quickly. Oh, my dog's under the bed scratching herself. But yeah, so I think Hayden was just jealous and scared and protective of me. Well, he wasn't scared of me or jealous of me. He was scared that if he got close to me, that it would hurt both of us. Because I told him that I liked him. I told him that, and he didn't respond. He was silent. You're not silent when people tell you that they like you if you don't like them back. You're silent if you don't know how to respond. Like, when I confessed to, well, I didn't confess, but when I told Amy that I liked her, Amy's the Hornibrook. When I told Amy that I liked her, she didn't say anything except for, okay. She didn't actually respond with a, like, yeah, I accept that, or no, go away. She just, okay. And we've moved on with our friendship, I guess. She's the type of person who wants to please everybody. She holds the doors for random strangers. She's like always smiling because she wants to. I'm assuming it's because she wants to keep the mood lighthearted, kind of like how Hayden never wanted to talk about relationships or anything serious. He just wanted to joke around with me. Honestly, I don't even think that he knew that he liked me. I think that he wasn't sure, and that's why he never talked about it with me. That's because he didn't want to hurt me. He cared about me, but he wasn't sure that he liked me. He wasn't sure that he loved me, but he cared about me. So he never talked about it because he wasn't sure. I think that's the reason. It's a lot more sensical than the reason I had given myself in the place of him, because he wouldn't give me a reason. I asked. He didn't answer. He just went back to joking around with me. But yeah, so yeah, that's the reason I gave myself in place of that for so long, was that he didn't like me and he just didn't want to talk about it because it would upset him. But that doesn't make any sense, does it? People who don't, like, people who aren't like I'm perfectly fine talking to Elliot about when he liked me. I'm perfectly fine. When he liked me, I was perfectly fine talking to him about said feelings, and I didn't like him back. But if he was so uncomfortable talking about it with me, if Hayden was so uncomfortable talking about my feelings and his feelings with me, then obviously he was just scared. He was scared that he would hurt me. I keep repeating myself, but I think it's important to me so I can reassure myself that that makes sense, because it does. And yeah, he cared about me, but he didn't know for sure that he loved me, so he never said anything because he didn't want to hurt me. Now I think about it, I'm just thinking, like, I'm a coward. I didn't take any of the chances I had. I could have hugged him. I could have held his hand. Honestly, I don't even think he would have minded if I kissed him. But I didn't take those chances because I was afraid. I was afraid that he might have just stopped hanging out with me altogether. And I think that's what he was scared of too. He didn't want to do anything because he was scared. He was scared that if he said anything about what I wanted to discuss, because he didn't know that I wanted to talk about it. He didn't know what I wanted to say to him. He didn't want to talk about it. Well, he did, but he didn't at the same time because he was scared that I would be displeased with him. He was scared that I didn't like him anymore, but I was constantly giving him hints that I still did. He didn't take them though. Yeah, me and him were cowards. I was a coward for not taking the chances I had. He was a coward for not showing me that I could. We were cowards. Honestly, I still am a coward. I'm not doing anything about the girl I like now. And I'm not doing anything about the guy I like now. Honestly, I think that's because I can't. Because he seems to avoid me. He seems to just not like hanging out with me. We barely have any classes together, like one basically. Actually, I think we only have one class together. He doesn't really respond when I say hi anymore. I mean, it's probably because he thinks I'm creepy, honestly, because I did something creepy last year by accident. I didn't think it was creepy. People leave notes in each other's cubbies all the time. Or at least last year, because cubbies aren't a thing in 6th grade. Or anything above elementary school. Yeah, people left notes in each other's cubbies all the time. Honestly, they probably still do, like, the people who are in elementary school. I didn't think it was creepy, I just wanted to give him my phone number, because I used to hang out with him all the time. Because we only had one class, and we had that together. Honestly, I liked his curly hair better. He cut it short. I liked his curly hair better. Over the summer, he murdered many of my balloon children that I adopted. If he's seeing this video, then you know I'm talking about you. I'm not gonna say his name. But yeah. Honestly, I like guys better when they have longer hair. It just seems more attractive to me. Honestly, if Hayden had long hair, I would have not have been as attracted to him as I was. But that's just him. Like almost any other guy. Well, mostly baby-faced guys. Baby-faced guys. And depressed-looking guys. If they look like they can cry on demand by just thinking about something stressful in their life, then they would definitely look good with long hair. Longer hair. It doesn't necessarily have to be like my length of hair. Or like it doesn't have to be like a bob. It can just be like as long as it's just like longer than a typical guy haircut. Like, for example, one of my favorite TikTokers he cut it for, I forgot what it was called, but it's like, it was like a training thing. Something like aquatic or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, he cut it short, really short, but he's growing it out now. It's not as long as it was though. Honestly, I think he looked better with the longer hair. He always looks better with longer hair. Because he cut it short before, just not as short before in his life. He actually put that, it's on his TikTok when he cut it again. He cut it before, but I like his longer hair. Longer as in like it went down to like his neck, like the middle of his neck. It was like messy, honestly. Like it was messy. He had bangs. And now I'm just describing my favorite TikToker to you. Oh god. But yeah, guys always look, well, not always, but most guys look better with longer hair. Like top of the neck to shoulders is like top of the neck to bottom of the shoulders. like beginning of upper arm. Yeah, top of the neck, like jaw length, basically, like down to your jaw, to the beginning of your upper arm is like for people who like, for guys who look good with long hair, is like the best length to have of it. Or like if you're really committed to long hair, you should grow it out all the way to your ankles or to like your kneecaps. Well, not your kneecaps, but like your knees. So if you're really committed to long hair, like an inch above your, a couple inches above your ankles, or down to your knees would be better. But if you're just trying it out, then beginning of your neck, well, jaw, like down to your jaw, like jaw or chin, to the beginning of your forearm. Well, not your forearm. Your forearm is the one that's connected to your hand. Your upper arm. Yeah. Now I'm just talking about guys, but the preferable guy hair lengths. I'm weird. This started off of story time, to character description, to description of my favorite TikToker, to preferable guy hair lengths. Jesus Christ, I'm weird. Oh yeah, also piercings, tattoos, guy liner. Honestly, that's and dyed hair. All things that I find cute. By cute, I mean like adorable. Specifically lip piercings. Lip piercings, nose piercings, anything other than ears, honestly. And by tattoos, I mean like 1 or 2 tattoos, not like entire body tattoos. Like stuff that you would like just randomly think of. Like, for example, like putting like a little like flower on your ankle or something like that. Or like a triangle, like a triangle on your wrist. That honestly, I think I'm gonna, if I ever get a tattoo, I'm going to get a purple triangle. Or like I'm gonna get a number 57, and I'm gonna get a purple triangle on the bottom of my forearm. Well, on my forearm, like if I put my hand up, like up to a roof, like not up to a roof, but like up to the, like if I'm in a room and I put my hand, like if I put my palm facing the ceiling, then you'd be able to see it. That's if I were to get a tattoo, that's what I'd want it, and where I'd want it, because it's like such a meme now. For me, I just repeat it, and it's hilarious. It's like a catchphrase, honestly. 57 purple triangles. It used to be 53 purple triangles, but it changes depending on my favorite number. Like now it's like 375 purple triangles. But I've only done that like twice, so it's still 57 purple triangles. So, yeah. Just weird random things you would think of that are personal or not personal, depends on what type of person you are. I'm a terrible person. I'm a Scorpio, a Slytherin, an an omnivert leaning on the introvert side, and I actually would commit arson for fun. Depending on the situation. If I would not get caught, then yes. Well, if there's a lower chance of me getting caught, then yes. There's no guarantee that I wouldn't get caught. If there's a higher chance, like higher than 50% chance that I would get caught, then no. So at the moment, no, because it's fire. It's bright and it's hot. And it burns. And it gives off smoke, which you can smell. So I probably would get caught. Or I could or I could just get a pile, a huge, or I could get a bag of paper or flammable things, light a match and put it in the bag. I would open the bag. Obviously, it's a flammable bag, something like fabric or something. I would bring it to the top of the building. I would light a match, put it in said bag, then run down the stairs. Actually, no. I would proceed to cover the top of the building in gasoline. Then I would light match, put it on first thing of gasoline that's by the stairs, then proceed to run down the stairs. Well, not run, but go as fast as down the stairs as I possibly could without falling. And then I would go out the building and then drive away immediately. Far enough away so that I would be safe from the fire and not get caught, but close enough to where I can see the building burn down. Oh, by the way, I would not end up killing anybody in said fire because I would tell everyone, hey, or I would just choose an abandoned building so that no one would die, and to tell everyone, hey, I am going to make a campfire in this building. If just a warning, if the entire building catches on fire, I will know, and I will try as hard as I can to put it out. But if I cannot, then you should be ready to evacuate the buildings nearby. Because that's what I would tell them. Obviously, I would lie. I'm not going to tell them, I'm committing arson today. I'm not going to tell them that. I would come up with a convincing lie. But yeah, it'd probably be an abandoned building. Something that no one ever uses. Probably not by trees, because duh. Not by anything actually flammable. Like an abandoned school. An abandoned school would be nice to burn down. Just take this, education. It's an abandoned school, so nothing's gonna happen. It's abandoned. Nobody goes there. Actually, honestly, if I found an abandoned school, I'd probably end up saving up to buy the land and turning it into a sick hangout for me and my friends. I would clean it up a bit. I would clean it up a bit and I would clean it up a bit, sweep around, make sure there's no spiders, bug spray the entire freaking place, buy 50 cans of bug spray every crevice. then I would wait for it to settle down and then perfume the entire place. Wait for the smell to disappear, and then now it's good. Then I would clean it, like carpet clean it, scrub everything. Since I bought the land, I would probably like get like plumbing and stuff. We don't need electricity, just flashlights. Actually, we do need electricity. Phone chargers. I would I would get electricity, turn on the lights, furnish the place with school supplies, with the stuff that's already in a school, because obviously, dude, why not? Schools are like the best hangouts as long as there's no learning going on, because it's like, shut up, we're trying to learn. No, this is a hangout now. We are going to talk as much as we want. Honestly, me and my friends would probably just be daring each other to jump in the lockers. We'd just stay in the hallways or something like that. We'd stay in one spot. Actually, honestly, I think I would just turn the school into like a pay to get in hangout. Like a club, honestly. Honestly, it'd be a club. Not like a strip club or like a dancing club, but it'd be like this is where the party's at. Like each room would be like reserved, and then it'd be like those like birthday party rooms in places like Bullwinkle's and Big Al's. It'd be like the birthday party room in those places. Or like John's Incredible Pizza. Or like Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. Basically places with video game... basically places with like arcades. They're basically arcades. They're not, though. Because arcades are nerdy. Arcades are awesome, but they're nerdy. The type of arcades they have there are just childish. And like rides and stuff, or like physical activities and prizes and food. It'd be like the birthday party rooms at those places, but better, because it's for teenagers to young adults. And you can have like different like activities in each room. It'd be like a daycare for adults. Daycare for adults would be awesome. It'd be like preteens to adults. Like, this is where you go. Like, these are the different social groups. This is where you go to hang out with them. It'd be like a pay to get in. You pay $5. Or like, honestly, like a quarter. You bring if you're a child, if you don't have an ID yet, you bring your parent, and you bring your birth certificate or your mom, and they like drop you off and tell you like, yes, this is my child. They are this old. Or you can bring your birth certificate, like some form of identification. Like, yes, this is how old this person is. Like, you go, then I will direct you to your hangout area, and then honestly, that'd be a great business. Dude, I should write this down. But I'm not going to, because this is a video. I'm just going to watch this when I'm older, be like, yes, this is the business I'm starting. I want that to be an actual thing. I want this to happen. I'm going to buy an abandoned school. Or I'm going to build a school, kind of. I'm going to build it to the point where it's the shape of a school, like it's got all the stuff that a school has, it's got all the rooms that a school has, like even bathrooms and like teacher lounges. Except it's going to be better because it's going to be a preteen to adult hangout. You can invite your friends. You can even reserve a room for your friend group. I'm going to have a schedule, like this is what group gets when, what day, because they're like reserved for like entire days or like hours and stuff. Like, how long do you want to be here? If you leave early, I'll write that down on the schedule. Like, if someone comes, like, hey, can we have this room for like 30 minutes afterwards? I'm just like, yeah, sure, they left already. Yeah, so you can go back and forth as long as there's still at least one person in the room. So, like, if you want to, like, hang out in a room by yourself, you're going to have to bring all the supplies with you before you get in the room. Because it's like, dude, you're not allowed to leave the room until your time's up unless you want to leave early. And, like, someone else take the room instead of you. It'd be, like, the best party spot. Because, dude, classrooms are so big. And even if they're not, it'd be, like, the best hangout. It'd be, like... Honestly, I want to build, like... a ton of these things. I'm gonna be a millionaire when I grow up. I've got so many ideas. What was it again? Yeah, so it'd be so cool. I want to make like an elementary school, an elementary one, a middle school, an elementary school one, a middle school one, a high school one, a college one, and maybe even like a senior center one. Maybe. Like, this is where the old people come to hang out. Bring your children, bring your grandchildren and children if you want. Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. One for each, like, school area. And in a senior center. Like, this is where the elders come to hang out. Yep, that sounds awesome, dude. I would love to just go like is someone home? I'm gonna go check. Who is home? Okay. Yeah, I would love to just go like hang out with my grandma or like if I had a grandpa, just go hang out with them. And a bunch of like other old people. That'd be so fun. I'm going to be a millionaire. And I'm going to make a ton of these things. Like, go to your local, whatever the hell it's going to be called, and hang out. And book a room or something like that. be like a hotel, but there wouldn't be any beds. Do whatever you want in the room. Like, you could even decorate it. As long as it's like, honestly, yeah, you could like decorate the entire room as long as it's like you use it more than, as long as you use the room more than once, you can like decorate it and stuff. This went from a story time video to a I'm gonna be a millionaire video. Oh god. That was a 45-minute video, Jesus Christ. Anyways, that's all. This is a long video, so might have to split this up into multiple parts. Probably will or won't. I don't know. That's for future me to decide. 46 minutes. Bye.